I hope this is on. I think it is. At least it didn't do the weird green thing when I just tried it. Again, I really should do it now. It takes video. Alright, so I'm back. Kid is fed, kid is napping. I'm fed, and I'll go for a nap, but I won't. I'm going to do this. So, left off, and I'm going to start talking about the agencies. And the first agency we decided to try and look at was Bethany. Um, Again, I'm very opinionated about some things, and I don't mean to offend anybody, and I'm not trying to be offensive. I'm just telling you my feelings, and you can take that any way you wish. You can decide to pass on Bethany because of these reasons, or you can investigate more. Maybe they've changed. I mean, again, this was over 2 years ago, but we got the but you know, I have my beliefs. You have your beliefs. I respect yours. Um, I'm gonna say mine out loud, and it's not meant to offend anybody. It's just my personal take and my personal way I live, and choose to. So, okay, well, I'll just say it, and we'll go from there. Um, so we got the packet, and I took it to work. It's a huge packet, lots of information. Can freak you out, but it's freaky process anyway. But just going through it, making sure we're ready to do this, and somewhere on one of the pages, and it was, it wasn't like on the application form per se, but it was on like everything you need. And it was a couple sentences in the middle of this huge paragraph that said you need to provide proof of faith. I don't quite understand what that means. How do you prove um, faith? I mean, I can sit here and look in this camera right there. I'm gonna look right into it and say I believe in God. I just don't go to church. Is that proving it? Is there, they want, sounds like they want, if I remember it said something you need like a letter or to, I mean, so that killed their application right there. We don't go to church. And I'm not going to just start going to church so Bethany will accept me so they'll give me a child who I can love and take care of for the rest of their lives. I mean, I didn't think going to church I don't believe going to church should be a prerequisite for adoption. And it makes me wonder, if they're only taking people who believe or have faith, what is their agenda? Are they trying to get people to go to church and then give them a child? Or I have very strong beliefs that I don't need to go to church to care for my child in a very loving and caring and good way. Um, I don't go to church. I don't like church. I don't believe in church. I believe in God. I have my own beliefs of who and what He is, and I've tried the church thing, and I just don't believe He is as mean as some churches make Him out to be. But I'll stay off that soapbox. Um, as my son gets older, if he decides, well, not even has to decide, we'll take him to church. We even discussed it, I think, the other day. Um, when he's old enough, we'll take him to church. If it's something he finds interesting, great. We'll keep taking him to church, whether we agree with it. It's not. Yeah, I mean, it's his choice. It's your choice. It's my choice. It's my wife's choice. It's my cat's choice. It's a choice, and you shouldn't be. To me, it comes off, and this is just my take on it. To me, it comes off as Bethany is saying that we don't believe people who don't go to church regularly and can prove it are worthy enough to take care of a child who is in need of loving, caring parents in a stable household. Um, I don't necessarily believe church makes you a greater person than me, or any other non-church goer, or anybody else who might be an atheist and doesn't believe in God. I think your duty in life I think your duty in life is to just be a good person and don't kill people, don't cheat on your wife or your husband, don't beat your children and regular golden rule type stuff. And I don't need to go to church every Sunday to know that. Um, and I don't think I should be denied this opportunity because of that. So Bethany was done. That was it. Back to the drawing board. Um, really left a sour taste in my mouth about the whole thing because, I mean, a lot of adoption agencies are religion based. And it really makes me wonder what is the actual. I mean, they're doing a good service of helping these children, but are they truly helping them if they require, I mean, that first one I talked about earlier was actually Jewish adoption agency, and we're not Jewish, but they gladly accepted us, and they were going to work with us. Unfortunately, I guess there was funding issues or something, and they had to fold up. But our friends, have a very beautiful daughter that they got from uh, them, and so, but they didn't care that we weren't Jewish. Their priority was getting children uh, into stable and loving homes. And I think that's the goal, and I don't think you should limit people based on beliefs. I mean, yeah, if my belief is I like to eat children, then yeah, you got me. But if my belief is I don't want to go to church on Sunday, I don't think that's a valid reason to deny me this opportunity. Um, so anyway, we moved on to, I'm always forgetting this, AIAA, I believe, American Adoption Internet IA International Adoptions for America. I gotta look. I'll put a link to. I know. I'll put a link in the description of them. AIAA. I think it's like that. Um, I believe they're in many states, and we got the application from them. And the application process starts where you have to fill out a huge um, thing, and they ask you tons of questions. And then here we go again. What are your views on what's your stance on religion? What are your views on religion? And me being the one who won't. I was honest. I took some of my anger on Bethany and I put it in we put it in the application in a nicer way. Thank God my wife's a writer. She can make it much better than me. Where I just look like a raving lunatic and she can make me seem more subdued. Um, but they didn't care. It wasn't an issue for them. They were just curious. It's just a general question they ask. I mean, I guess you don't want to. Oh, we're Satanists and we only want the baby to commit a sacrifice. Maybe that's why. I don't know. But they never had an issue with it. They never had an issue with anything really. They were great. They worked with us very well. Um, if they're one in your area and you're looking, I recommend it. I've had no issues with it. Um, my issues have come from the Korean side of things. Um, and not their side of things. And they can't control the Korean side. They can only control their side, and their side. They're extremely helpful and reassuring during some troubling times, during the long delays of getting him and everything. So I strongly recommend them if they're an option for you. Um, and I've heard other, Holt, I think is one. I've heard nothing but good things really about them. I think there's only 3. I don't even know if Bethany even does Korean now. I don't see them come up much on the websites on like adoption.com and stuff for international. So I'm probably just wasted your time with that. Um, so that's what we chose, and then the process got started, and that's where the fun really kicks in. Um, I remember our first meeting was quite. I had no idea. You can read a lot of things, but until you go through these things, it's like you go into this meeting and then boom, questions, boom, 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 and it's like, how will you discipline your child? What do you think about this? If your child is doing this, what are you going to do here? Well, I think it's a hard, it's a hard question to answer, um, because you don't know. You don't have the kid. You're not a parent yet. You can have many beliefs, as I said before. I think another video, or maybe in the earlier one, I can't remember. Um, I had ideas. We both had ideas. The kid is only going to eat the most expensive organic food, and we'll just eat all the crap because we're going to feed him nothing but the best and healthiest. You can say that all you want, it's not going to happen because you know what? He's going to like macaroni and cheese, and you're just going to have to deal with it. You try to give him as much as you can, but it's impossible. Um, Maybe it's not, but it, it's harder than it sounds. Um, I think. Another one was no TV. Well, yeah, that's out the window. If it wasn't for Sprout, as I said earlier, I I'd probably have accidents. The house would never be clean. Um, it would be a mess. TV helps, and I guess well, I'll go through that another time. But on the TV issue and why I'm a big proponent of it in this situation. Um, but you get all these questions. You got to take these courses, and that's what I'll get into right here, just really quick. Is the courses. The courses are, they're very informative. Um, how to deal with people who, make comments about your child not being the same race as you, or how to explain that to your children, or how to explain your child, why they're from a different country and culture, and how to, take care of them during those each certain step of their lives, and which is great. It's all very great stuff, and I will go back to it when the time comes. I strongly suggest a parenting class. I know it sounds I don't know if it sounds dumb or not. Maybe we're the dumb ones who didn't do it, but I strongly suggest a parenting class. Because 9 times out of 10, I think nowadays, if you go with Korean adoption, at least with the Korean adoption, you're going to get a toddler. You're not going to get a baby. Um, he, you're going to get a kid who's ready to go right out of the gate. And I think I was a little naive on what to expect. And it's like, you plan for, holding a child, giving him a bottle, changing his diaper, rocking him, putting him to sleep, playing with him while he lays in your lap. It's not the case with a toddler. A toddler is you're chasing him here, you're chasing him there. He wants to eat on his own. He wants to brush his own teeth. He wants to drink out of a non-sippy cup, right out of the gate. And you're a total rookie at it, and you don't know what's going on. And he's climbing this and climbing that. And you think you child-proofed your home, but you really never child-proofed your home because you didn't realize that this kid's going to climb up your walls and climb up your drapes and it's it's a little different, and I wish we had more of that training. I'm ready to go when the talks come. I'm confident that I have enough information and I have enough resources, but I didn't have resources for just how to take care of a little person who um, he's like a little businessman in our house, and he's here for an extended stay, and he wants us to take care of him, and that's the real eye opener. So I'll get onto that, and like I said, I'll do another one tomorrow. I'll get into some of the uh, classes and what we learned, what I think you should look for if you're going through this process, some other added things that might benefit you that you might not be aware of or that you forgot because maybe everybody's smarter than we are, which could totally be the case, but uh, I'll give the information I have, and you can take it as you will. And hopefully you're enjoying these and getting some information. And I'll try to be less soapboxy from here on out. But um, thanks for watching and listening, and I will see you next time. Bye. I don't know if you heard my cat. She says bye too. Bye.